Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I have a project for you using these fun products from Missing Stamps. I'm using this Slim's Whims, which has this really adorable dog. This dog's name is Slim, so that's why it's called Slim's Whims. And I'm going to create a kind of a funny Valentine card today. I'm also going to be using these stencils from Missing Stamps, some of my favorite stencils, and I'm going to use a couple of them together, these two, and then the hearts I'll use on the inside of the card. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with a card panel that is A2 size. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to ink on some light pink ink. This is bubblegum ink. I really love this color. It's nice and light, and I'm just going to add it real quick to those paw prints. We're having kind of a Valentine as a background, so that's why I chose the pink. But these two colors are some of my favorites, bubblegum and flamingo. After I finish inking on that bubblegum color, I'm going to add this Square Dance stencil to the top, leaving the paw print stencil on there. And then I'm going to ink on the darker pink color, which is the flamingo. And what this is going to do is it's going to leave a really cool design on those paw prints. This is one of my favorite techniques, adding 2 stencils on at a time. Isn't that really cool? So that's going to be our background for this card. Now I'm going to stamp out the images we're going to use. I'm taking that dog image and also the glasses image, which I'm going to color up like sunglasses. And today I'm using a medium that I haven't used in quite a while, so I thought it would be fun to break out these Prismacolor colored pencils. I'm going to show you how to blend the colors really easily using some Gamsol. This Gamsol kit I purchased, it came with the bottle of Gamsol, a couple of blending brushes or stumps, those blending stumps up at top, and then also some sandpaper so you could sand off the ends of those blending stumps, and that way you can blend any color that you might need. So to get this started, I am just pushing that blending stump into the Gamsol. The top of the Gamsol has kind of like a sponge on top, so you can really easily just push your blending stump into that, and look how beautiful that just spreads out. It kind of melts the wax and spreads it so that it is a really smooth and beautiful look. For the ears, I'm using a light pink and then a light beige color, and I'm going to blend those out so that we've got both of those colors. This is a really light color, so it's a little hard to see on the video. I'm going to add a little darker color a little bit later. For his muzzle, I'm using this ginger root color, and it's a really kind of light tan color. Once I put that on, I'm going to add a little bit of brown as well. And as you can see, now I've sped this up, so this took me quite a bit longer, but I am just adding the littlest bit. I'm not pressing very hard with these colored pencils, just barely adding them, and I usually go in a small circular motion. That really helps with the blending as well, so you don't get any harsh lines. You definitely don't want to push down too hard on these pencils. I'm going to sand off the tip of this blending stump. I'm sort of sanding it at a diagonal, so I keep that point to this, and you can see that it blends these colors beautifully once again. You don't need very much Gamsol at all. Just keep dipping it in when you feel like you need a little bit more. Now I'm going to start on his body here. I'm using a black pencil as the base color. So this is just a beginning start to his body. I'm going to blend that out, and then I'll add, once that dries, I'm going to add a little bit different of a color, kind of a dark brown, and that's going to be the color that I like the best. So just starting out with a dark black as an undercoat, and then I'm going to go ahead and work on his face, adding some black, some brown, and then kind of fading up to the lightest brown and tan, and then I'll blend that together as well. And I'm just going to keep on blending until I find the color and the blend that I like. I'm not worried about his eyes at all, because those are going to be covered up with the sunglasses that I'll color in just a minute. So I'm leaving his eyes just blank. You won't be able to see that in the final card. Now that the body is dry, I'm going to go in with that dark brown. And as I said before, I'm kind of using small circular motions. It's difficult to tell here since I've sped it up so much, but just small circular motions, that's going to give me the best coverage. And then when I blend it out, it's going to be a beautiful kind of mahogany brown color. So pretty for this dog. I'll also do the same thing to his face, adding that dark brown once again and getting the coloring that I like. Isn't he just so cute? Okay, now all you dog lovers out there, I need you to chime in and tell me what breed of dog you think this is. We have kind of a debate going on and nobody seems to know. So I'm asking you, and I think I'll need to ask the dog owner or the designer, what kind of dog is this? For the sunglasses, you can see I made them darker around the edges, kind of lighter in the middle, just to show a little bit of reflection on those, and just blending them again with my blending stump and the Gamsol. It really comes together very nicely. For the sunglasses themselves, I thought a hot pink would be appropriate for this Valentine. So I'm going in with this processed red, which really looks like hot pink. And I'm not going to use the Gamsol on this part because it's such a small frame that you really don't need to blend that out. Looks just so great. There you go. Now for the bow tie, I'm going to stamp this on some patterned paper. I wanted to have kind of a plaid bow tie, so I'm double stamping it here to get a nice dark impression, and then I'm going to cut that out, just fussy cut with my scissors right against the edge, and I'll go around all the edges with a black felt tip marker here. You can see that it really helps create those dark lines, and it makes it look like you are a fussy cutting pro. Gets rid of those white edges anyway and looks really, really great. So I'm doing that on all the images, including Slim here. And then we're going to be ready to assemble this card. So here is the background. I'm going to pop up those sunglasses with a little bit of foam tape and make those pop right up off his face. Gives it that 3D dimensional look. For the bow tie, I'm just going to glue that right directly to the dog here. And that's going to look so great. Look at that. Such a cute bow tie on that paper. I'll stamp the sentiment right on top. It says, "You know what I like best about you?" And that's what I'm going to leave on the front. Now on the inside of the card, I'm taking that hand-drawn heart stencil with a little bit of bubblegum ink, just really quick, lightly inking that on so it still looks like a Valentine. And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp the response to that, which is your dog. So this Valentine says, "You know what I like best about you?" And then when you open up the card, it says your dog. I don't know why, I just got a big kick out of that. Do you know someone you could send this Valentine to? I think I have just the person in mind. I added that panel to the top folding card base that I've already stenciled and stamped your dog right inside. Now I'm adding some foam tape to pop up Slim right on the front. It's going to give it that extra kick and dimension. So I'll pop him up right here, and that's going to finish our card, except for one small detail. To make those sunglasses look super shiny, I'm adding some glossy accents, and I also ended up adding some glossy accents to his nose as well, because you know dogs' noses are usually wet. So a little shine I thought would look really great. And that is going to finish off the card now. If you find you get a little bit of bubbling in your glossy accents, just take a pin and pop those, and there you go. So there's our card for today. Really fun inside and outside. I love this dog named Slim. Of course, you can name him anything you want. I think I'm going to name him Valentine Slim. Thanks for stopping by today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help out. I'll be back real soon with more card making inspiration. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.